Most people think power is some huge dramatic rise, like taking over a boardroom, leading armies, or pulling strings behind the scenes. But the truth is far simpler and far more dangerous. Psychologists at UCLA found that people who master one specific habit gain influence 230% faster than everyone else. That's not a typo, 230%. And it's the same habit Machiavelli warned was so effective, it borders on social manipulation. Some even call it the legal cheat code of real-world power. Here's the twist. Almost nobody uses it. And the people who do, they tend to rise quietly, quickly, and permanently. Don't worry. I'll tell you exactly what the habit is. But first, you need to understand why it works so terrifyingly well. There's a hidden rule of human behavior that most people never realize. The person who controls the emotional temperature of the room controls the room. Not the loudest person, not the smartest person, the calmest. That's the habit. The one Machiavelli said would make someone feared more than the man with a sword: emotional stability. Now, don't confuse this with being passive or quiet. This is strategic calm. It's the ability to stay composed when someone else is losing their mind, to speak slowly when everyone else is rushing, to think clearly when others panic. Modern neuroscience calls it affect regulation. Machiavelli called it mastery of self. Today, we just call it an insane, unfair advantage. Let me show you why. A professor at Yale ran an experiment where groups were formed to solve problems. Secretly, one actor was instructed to enter the room in a specific emotional state: relaxed, irritated, or frantic. They didn't even need to speak. Whatever emotion the actor carried, the entire room ended up copying it within minutes. This is called emotional contagion, and the calmest person becomes the emotional anchor. Quiet people with this skill get promoted faster, trusted quicker, and admired deeper because everyone unconsciously gravitates to whoever makes them feel safe. You've felt this before. Think of the person who never raises their voice, but when they talk, the entire room gets quiet. Or the friend who doesn't get dragged into drama, they make drama collapse on itself. Or the coworker who handles pressure like they practiced it in another lifetime. They have power not because of what they say, but because of what they don't react to. Here's the cruel truth. Most people sabotage their own influence because they can't control their reactions. One moment of emotional outburst, and your credibility drops. One moment of panic, and people lose trust. One defensive comment, and you seem insecure. But the person who responds instead of reacts, that person becomes unpredictable in the most dangerous way. People don't know what gets to you, so they treat you carefully. And here's where Machiavelli's warning comes in. He wrote, "He who masters himself cannot be mastered." Because if someone can't emotionally control you, they can't manipulate you. Noise stops working. Pressure stops working. Insults stop working. People who want power panic when their tactics don't. That's why this habit is both shocking and quietly illegal. It removes the standard weapons people use in social hierarchies. So how do you train this habit? Start with a simple rule. Respond 3 seconds slower than your emotion wants you to. Not 10 minutes, not a whole meditation session, just 3 seconds. Someone snaps at you? Pause. Let the emotion peak, then answer softly. Someone tries to embarrass you in a group? Pause. Look at them, then respond slowly and directly. A crisis hits? Pause. One breath, then speak. 3 seconds makes you appear twice as confident and 5 times more in control. That's not a guess. That's measurable in behavioral studies. Over time, this habit becomes automatic. You stop leaking power. You stop giving people the emotional reactions they expect. And suddenly, people treat you like someone with authority, even if they don't know why. Now, here's the part most people miss. Emotional control doesn't make you passive. It makes you strategic. You get to choose when to speak, what to say, and how to position yourself. You become the eye of the storm, still centered, unmistakably powerful. And the irony? The people who chase power rarely get it. The people who build this one habit quietly collect it everywhere they go. So here's the question I want you to answer in the comments. And be honest with yourself. Which emotion controls you the most right now? Anger, fear, ego, or insecurity? And what would change if it didn't? If you want more psychological strategies like this, especially the ones they don't want regular people knowing, then subscribe. Not for motivation, but for real power.